We are focusing on those of you that are dealing with hair that is chronically dry, extremely dry. You feel like you can't get it moisturized enough, or you're trying all these different products or these different routines and methods and watching videos, and you still feel like you can't get to the bottom of your dryness. One of the roadblocks that people experience is dryness. If you are oiling your scalp or oiling your hair or buttering your hair down and it still feels dry, I want you to understand that oils and butters do not moisturize. Oil is not moisture. I can't tell you how many times I've heard this. Kendra, I oil my scalp every single day, but my hair is still dry. So let's break that down really quick. Water is the only true form of moisture. Water is really hydration. Water is really the thing that can get inside your hair shaft or your hair strands or in those cuticles to hydrate from the inside out. Because you have to remember that your hair strand is not just a strand. On a microscopic level, there are cuticles, okay? And depending on your porosity, your cuticles are either tightly stacked or a little bit open. And then even inside of those cuticles, what those cuticles are protecting is the internal part of your hair strand. So there's a lot going on. Okay, I won't get into too much of the science of it, but you need water to protect those inner layers. That's what keeps your hair strong. Now, oils and butters, they work like a lid on a pot. If you think about having a pot, the oils and butters work like the lid of the pot. They keep what's inside from evaporating, okay? But if the pot is empty, if you don't have any water or any liquid in the pot, then you're just putting a lid on air. You're putting a lid on nothing. Here's the other part we don't often think about. Many of us grew up with equating shine with moisture. Or think about growing up as a kid. A lot of times our parents just used grease, oiled our scalp with grease. That grease made our hair look really, really shiny. And so I think from that experience, we equate the shine with moisture. Okay, so if your hair looks glossy after oiling it, as an adult, we think, oh, it's good, it's hydrated, right? Or it's moisturized. But shine just means that the surface is shiny, or the surface looks, it just makes the surface look smooth. It doesn't really tell you what's going on inside the strand. And that's because moisture isn't just about appearance, it's about the internal flexibility. So without the water or internal or the inner hydration to the actual hair shaft or hair strand, the hair is still brittle. No matter how shiny it looks, it can still break off, okay? So how do you get the right kind of hydration into your hair, and how do you make sure it stays there? That's a whole other conversation. I have a course, Moisture Mastery, and I'm giving you all of the details inside of that course. It's going to be a 3-day course where we go over specific things that you should be doing. Create the habits that your hair needs to stay moisturized, keep your hair from being dry, and keep yourself hydrated from the inside out. But for now, I want you to remember that those oils, butters, and grease, and all of those things, those are step 2, not step 1. I understand that sometimes we use things like shea butter, argan oil, and things like that, not to moisturize necessarily, but to style our hair. So people that have like their twist outs and things like that, they use it just to keep their hair shiny, and that's fine. But here's the thing, if you're just doing that, you can't just do that and then complain your hair is dry. Water-based product has to be first, and then you can use your oil. And you should be doing that anyway, because it just helps to keep your hair juicy and happy and hydrated. And when your hair is hydrated properly, then that reduces the chance of breakage. Okay, it reduces the chance of dryness and breakage, and that's what you don't want, because a lot of us have the goal of hair growth. Now, again, you can use your oils and butters to give your hair a little extra shine. I think that's great. But also, don't skip the water. You need 2 products. You need a water-based product and you need an oil-based product. You need to hydrate and you need to seal. That creates the moisture. Now, the Moisture Mastery course will take place in the evenings. So I've already blocked off times for that. I think they start at 7, so it'll be about 45 minutes to an hour, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Packed with lots of information. There will be worksheets, there'll be homework, There'll be a lot of interaction, so it's not just you all coming and listening to me talk, okay? Because y'all know I could talk about hair all night, but it will be more interactive and you'll get to answer or ask some specific questions. Okay. For those of you that may be seeing me for the first time, my name is Kendra. I am the founder of 180 Hair, and I help women over the age of 40 transform their hair health using holistic solutions. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Remember, as always, you deserve hair that's healthy and growing. It is my mission to help you get there. Thank you all again so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one.